Oh, hiya. What are you all doing here? Oh, let's move this. Last of Us Season 2, Episode 5. What do we think, people? Ellie with the lead pipe in the hospital. Impressed but concerned. Concerned of the direction the show is going, or concerned about Ellie? Do, do, do. Oh, Matt's all green. Does that mean he's on Twitch? Where's my Twitch page? Hey, Matt. Yeah, Twitcher. You're the only Twitcher, I think, right now. Well, let me have a look. 8 on Twitch. 8 twitching away. Sadly, not seen yet. Oh, it's feeding my noodle to shoot from the hip. Oh, does that? Whoa, is this going to be a bit? Have you not? Have you seen? I take it you've seen the episode. You just haven't seen my reaction because this could get a bit spoily. Multi-streaming, my friend. Yeah, multi-streaming. It's not even a restream. It's a multi-stream, all from my computer. What do I mean spoily? Well, if someone hasn't seen the episode that we're about to talk about in detail, this is going to be a little bit spoily. I'm guessing Sarah's seen the episode, just hasn't seen my reaction to it. Both streamings is cool. I figured I might as well build up my Twitch affiliate hours while I can. So as long as there's more than 3 people, I think, in the Twitch stream, it counts. So every little helps, as Tesco would say. So Sarah, up to you if you stick around, but we're going to be talking about what happened in the episode. Good. All right. I don't know which chat is quicker. I've got multi-chat, so they get routed into a third-party piece of software for me to combine them together. If I look at the YouTube one, then I can probably see when someone types. Someone on YouTube types something. Got that. Oh, that yeah, that's instant. Yeah, that's instant for me. It's less than a second. When I said type something, you could have typed the word something. Carol, you oh, hold on, don't do the test on Twitch because I can't see the Twitch original screen. Hold on. Right, do the test on Twitch. I've got them both up. Exactly the same. Exactly the same. I'm seeing them both appear. That's milliseconds. Good. Carol, I liked a comment you left on my video. Let me find it. What struck me the most was that I couldn't stop thinking about Abby while Dina was telling her story. It's the same side of the coin. Both had a stranger in their home. It's the cycle of violence all over again. And thanks, Matt. And that made me think, yeah, there's so many cycles, aren't there? Ongoing. Oh, you should be able to hear me. I'm guessing if people can't hear me, then someone else would have said something. Let's see if I can turn myself up a bit. Maybe. Maybe you're going deaf. If I get right here, you're going to hear me. But no, I'm about -6. Should be okay. I was pushing the red otherwise. The way yeah, about Dina, the way she described you can change the person is the same feeling for Abby, yeah. Let me move this so I can see my iPad. Now we're all deaf. Yeah. So what do we got? Let's let me bring up my screen share. Oh, look. Oh no, not on my map. Come on. Come on, you can do it. So we've got loads of these little cycles, haven't we? I liked the mirror between. I'm just gonna scribble stuff. It's just so I can collate my thoughts. It's not nothing. I'm not drawing anything out. I liked Joel, hospital, Ellie, hospital, like mirror going on. That was pretty cool. I liked the what's that lady's name? Is it Elise? I like the Elise. What would you say? Giving up a child? The Elise child dynamic, and the Joel. It was Leon, but let's give him a name. Leon. Leon. We had the Joel Ellie situation. I found that absolutely fascinating, as you probably picked up on my reaction. Oh, speaking of mirror, okay, let's come back to this. So this actually did mirror the Joel scene, did it? HBO did a side-by-side post. Oh, nice. Okay. My gosh, I picked something up. Both Abby and Ellie start with a club to the leg. So there's that. So yeah. So there's the Jordan Hospital mirror. There's the Elise and Leon. So this both involves giving up a child. She did. He didn't. Massive similarities there. Yeah, I like that, Eliana. Yeah, definitely. So we've got You using your numbers 1 and 2. And I know HBO wrote it in a way that it was revealed that Leon was her son at the end of the conversation. But you think you would start with something like that in real life, wouldn't you? Or some kind of acknowledgement. What if this situation what if this situation was more relevant to real life? So if we took this into real life and you had someone like Ellie that could potentially cure cancer or dementia, something like that, but it was your child, what decision would you make? Oh wow, I didn't realize they discussed that kind of thing. This is the kind of thing I think about frequently. Okay, well let's change the rules. Let's change the rules. It's 100% certain. 100% certain that Ellie's death, your child's death, would save everyone with cancer. Okay, does it matter how old the kid is? We can have a play with it. What's your threshold? It sounds like you have a threshold if the age is important. If she can choose the fate, as in how she dies. Is that what you mean? And that's an interesting question. Can the kid decide for themselves? Should it, if the kid is of an age where they can decision make or have the capacity to decision make, should it be up to them? I mean, it's a bit like the hospital transplant dilemma, isn't it? Similar question. Yes, gone. Here you are. If it's someone I'm not emotionally attached to, then it's easier to be utilitarian. Yeah. Oh, yeah, exactly. If it's someone else's kid. Yeah. It's my kid, though. Different story. What's the podcast called? Is it an HBO podcast or is it a Last of Us podcast? Um, Dementia. Yeah. Oh, it doesn't start with a B. I don't know why I've written that. This is more just for me to follow my thoughts more than anything. The nib of my Apple Pencil's getting a bit wrecked. Mm. The problem with this goes like that. Well, that yeah, that's the point, I guess, isn't it? Is the emotional bonds. Oh, look, my software's unregistered. Doesn't like that, does it? Maybe I should register it. And probably involve some money. Let's not labour on this for too long. So we've got these parallels. We've obviously got the revenge of Abby kills Joel. Well, no. We've got Joel kills Abby's father. My mic's in the way. Really hard to get everything on a desk in the right place. Kills Abby's dad. Abby hunts Joel. Abby kills Joel. Witnessed by Ellie. Ellie hunts Abby. Ellie finds Nora. And we've got a bit of torture in here as well, haven't we? Don't forget. Let's not forget the torture. Torture. I'm guessing Ellie's going to kill, or Nora's going to die, whatever. My hand can't keep up with my thinking. She's going to kill Nora one way or another. Is Nora going to give up Abby? The link for the mirror scene. Oh, we'll have a look at that. Threads. People use threads. Let's toxic the Hex. If I click on this, what's it going to load up on my computer? We'll have a look in a sec. Oh, it pops it up there. Let me copy and see my copy.
Are just fucking wrong. I know.
Red looks weird. No, okay. Oh, can you hear that? I didn't realize you could even hear it. Like, there's not even a. I had to use the play button on my keyboard. There's not even a pause button. Oh, it started again. Oh, I've muted it. What can I do here? I do a browser share. We do a browser share. Right, let me turn it down before I press play. Can you see my mouse? Yeah, there's no media button.
Just fucking wrong. I know. There are just some things everyone agrees.
Let's go around again.
Are just fucking wrong. I know. There are just.
And obviously the lead pipe mirrors the weapon that Joel used against the guy when they had taken Ellie, when he was recovering. What even is, like, this interface is terrible, isn't it, on here? I'm guessing it's designed for mobile use. The mirroring on the tone and the color is also striking. Yeah. Ellie Wick. Joel's subtle nod of agreement. Oh. Joel's subtle, and we'll keep it with the volume off. I like the little nods that they do all the time. Always pick them out. Yeah, there's that little nod. Right. Let me close that window before it deafens us all randomly. Come back, OBS. Do we think Nora's going to give up Abby's location? I'm guessing the next episode is going to be a flashback episode. And then we're going to be left on episode 7 with some kind of, oh, we found Abby, we're face to face with Abby, or we've got Abby's location, something along those lines. I don't even know when season 3, have they even filmed it yet? Oh, was there a hater GIF or GIF, however you say it? Yeah, 2 years. I can imagine that as well. I don't know why people even bother commenting crap. Oh, what's the point? So yeah, there was that parallel as well, wasn't there, of Ellie beating Nora and Joel beating the guy who gave up the town's location on the map. Some kind of local villager. Don't know if he had a name. I remember. They both used a nice bat. What other parallels we've got? Oh, we've got Dina's story, haven't we? We've got, so this also parallels Dina's background. What was it? One raider into house. Who did it? Who did they kill? Was it her mum and her sister? Something like that. Yeah, mum and her sister. And then Dina killed him, I believe. How old was she? Did she say? 8. So Dina got the revenge at 8, and it must have felt all right for her to want to do it again. Felt good. I mean, we don't know. A lot might have happened between 8 and then, but well, they do. Yeah, that's yeah, yeah. It's stuck in that cycle. So we got that going on. People's thoughts about Dina's desire for revenge and her baby. What are people's thoughts on that? Does that change things up a bit for anyone? I don't think she's thinking about it. Yeah, I wonder if there is there an element? I mean, she's vomiting, so there is some kind of physical reminder, but she's not being driven by that yet, is she? In terms of behavior, the desire for revenge is still overpowering the desire to keep the baby safe. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So there's a physical reminder that she's pregnant because of her vomiting. So it's not completely out of mind. There are occasional reminders, but clearly she's choosing at the moment her desire for revenge over the safety of the baby. Maybe later, but maybe if she was, 8.5 months, this would be different, where she's waddling around. The feeling of revenge is also the necessity to protect the baby. Do you not think the baby would be safer if they just called off the revenge and went back home? Well, do you think they would have gone back? Do you think if they hadn't, do you think they necessarily would have gone back? Do you think they would have killed Joel? Because they weren't really operating under Wolf, were they? It was Abby and a few friends. Do you think they would have gone back to the Jackson? Wyoming. I mean, I don't know. Maybe the revenge on Joel was enough. It feels like now they're more likely to follow them back. No, Abby must die. They took out Joel. Joel took Abby's dad. Dina doesn't know why they killed Joel yet. So from Dina's perspective, she's thinking that these people could just rock up at any point and just kill. Yeah, baby's not born yet. She didn't bond with it. Maybe because just she's got more pressing things to do. She's got more on her mind. She's focused on other things. I mean, I don't think we're saying that mothers don't bond with babies because I haven't met them yet. Probably just because there's so much more going on. She's got another focus right now. Dina can tell. Yeah, right. I'm with you, Matt. I'm with you. Like Dina knows, isn't she? She knows it's very personal to Joel. We are discussing Dina's desire for revenge potentially overriding her desire to protect her baby. I mean, yeah, I mean, I get people bond with their babies at different times. But I think we're making a bit of an assumption saying that she hasn't bonded with her baby because she hasn't met the baby. I think it's more likely she hasn't bonded with her baby in that way because she's just so focused and on threat detection and hyper vigilant that she just hasn't given herself the time to. Would Dina care so much about revenge if Eddie didn't? Because if Eddie wasn't going to go, Dina wouldn't have gone. Yeah, there is. Yeah, there is a possibility that she hasn't bonded with her baby yet. Yeah, but I don't think it's because she hasn't met them. I think it's just because she's just so focused on other things. Yeah, she got shot with that randomly. Got shot with that crossbow. Well, she went back with Jesse because she's injured and being carried. Lucky she got shot in the leg, not stomach. You know what Jesse's going to make of this? I wonder if Jesse's perspective on this will be different from Dina's when Jesse finds out about the baby. So let's just play it out. Let's just say Jesse, Dina's losing blood. Jesse, and somehow it comes out that she's pregnant with Jesse's baby. Surely Jesse's play is to get her home. Surely. It's too early to make a baby formulation. I mean, we've got a few predisposing factors. I mean, I formulated Ellie as a baby in the reaction to that episode. Went through the evidence base of maternal stress and outcomes on babies, or outcomes on the fetus. Funny enough, it's what one of my master degree assignments was on. We've got the Inside episode to watch. Plus now Ellie can go alone. Maybe she'll do better alone. Yeah, maybe. I mean, I'm guessing Jesse's going to take Dina back to the theatre to meet up with Tommy. So that will put Tommy, Jesse, and Dina in one place. Dina's injured. She's got an arrow through the leg. I mean, if it's not hitting artery, probably going to be okay. They'll just patch it up, leave it in, bandage it up. She might not be able to walk, so they'll have to either stretcher her out, carry her some way. Maybe she will be able to walk and weight bear on it. We're not going to know. But I don't think she's going to be fighting fit for a while. Yeah, I think he'll be straight back to Jackson as well. Yeah. Tie her up, drag her on the back of the horse, back to Jackson. And then get some medical aid. Where will that leave Ellie? So Ellie will still be down there with Nora. I'm guessing because the wolf people who are in the hospital will now think the hospital is contaminated with spores. They've all legged it. So the hostel's probably empty. Ellie can just walk around how she wants to. Leave the hospital, avoid that park, not going in there again. And will she go back to Jackson? Will she go back to the theatre? Or will Nora tell her where Abby is and will she head off to try and find Abby? I don't know. Game Dina is much more of a foil audience. Yeah. She's ride or die, but she's not vengeance focused. Therefore, increasingly uncomfortable with Ellie's descent into darkness. It would be interesting to see how Ellie reacts, whether her need for revenge will harm her relationship as Dina sees where Ellie's priorities are now that Dina's injured. Yeah, that'd be interesting. The Tommy and Ellie show, yeah. So I wonder if, I mean, that's interesting. The Tommy and Ellie show. Tommy meets up with Jesse and Dina at the theatre. Jesse takes Dina back. Tommy stays put to go and find Ellie. Tommy meets up with Ellie. Mm. See, I don't know because I haven't played the games and I've purposely not looked into too much of it. I don't know what happens to Abby at all. I don't know if she lives in the game. I don't know if she dies in the game. I've got no idea, and I don't want to know. But that will probably give some indication into what's going to happen. Did someone said on the oh, there's that gone. The app just decided to stop. Right, let's come back to just me. Did someone put on the Patreon that there's a game scene of what happened to Ellie after Nora and how she responded, but there's no spoilers. Have a quick look. Patreon. Oh yeah, Saj, it was you. One of my favourite moments from the game is a cutscene directly after Ellie tortures Nora, where she's horrified by what she's done. I'd love to see you react to it in the live stream. Has anyone got a link to that? Because I don't want to search for it in case I see something that's going to spoil things for me. Oh, there we go. Oh yeah, just sorry. I was looking down at my iPad when you wrote that. Don't watch it. Oh, Carol's saying don't watch it. Is there a spoiler in there? Someone's saying careful. Be careful. Probably better to avoid and then maybe watch it. Maybe watch it after the next episode. It will spoil. How would it? What episode would it spoil for me? The next one. It'll spoil what happens after the torture. Oh, okay. I guess it will spoil whether Nora gives up where Abby is or not. I mean, we've only got 2 episodes left, so I can check this stuff out afterwards. It gives away the mental state of Ellie. I know, that's what I want to see. That's what I want to see. Oh, Sad, dropping the link there. Teasing me. I don't know if you can see the chat above. If you can't see the YouTube chat, Saj, then look on the embed chat in the stream. Oh, God. That way. Oh, I'm using the wrong arm now. That way. See, lots of people are saying, don't watch it, Stu, don't watch it. Spoily, spoily. Yeah, we'll do the inside episode. We'll definitely revisit it because anything that speaks to Ellie's mental state, I certainly want to see. And I want to see how she responds to her behaviours. But at the same time, I don't want to spoil what could potentially come up in the next 2 episodes. And we're only 2 episodes away from the end anyway. So maybe I can check out all the game cutscenes in one stream, if that makes sense. Yeah, I think episode 6 will be a whole flashback, and then 7 will leave us with whatever Nora's said, trying to find Abby. So we can leave it. It's only a couple of weeks. We've only got 2 episodes left. Try load up inside. Let me find it. Let me find it. YouTube. Season 2, episode 5. Browser share, YouTube video share. Go. Which window do I want? You. I pick you. Why is it all squiffy? Okay, that's why. Yeah, good. I mean, yeah, I would do a playthrough. The problem is, all of those hours I'm playing through, I'm not making other content. That's the, there's a trade-off with everything that I do. I mean, literally to the point that every minute that I spend doing something else is a minute I'm not doing another thing. So if you think the game is what, I don't know, like 20 hours? That's 20 hours of not doing other stuff. When I say other stuff, I don't mean like non-Patreon stuff. I mean other episodes and things, other shows. Right, so this video is 8 minutes. So I'm going to have to stop it 3 times probably. So people on Twitch, you'll be fine. You have nothing to worry about. This will stream perfectly without any interruptions. YouTube might get all excited and terminate the stream again. And then a few days later decide, oh, actually, that was okay what you were doing. Your appeal has been granted. Oh, thank you very much. I need to get the screen up that will give me the warning. Right. Here we go.
Whatever reason Joel gave those people to do what they did, he didn't deserve that. So what do you want to do?
Ellie and Dina are in the process of trying to track down the people responsible for Joel's death. And so, in a way, this episode is about the beginnings of Ellie's revenge quest.
Revenge quest.
There is this new kind of infected person. The difference is that they simply seem smarter. They encounter...
What the fuck is...
What are these ones called again? There's a name, isn't there? The clever ones. Stalkers. Do they potentially mimic the sound of injured people to try to draw people in? Is that why they make those little cries? Talkers. They wouldn't be as scary if they were the talkers. They just stand there and talk to you until you get bored of death. You die of boredom. So they mimic like baby crying to get people to be curious and go and look at what it is. Yeah, so this is what I was wondering. So I think someone posted this on Patreon, and they were saying that because there's still a part of human to them, it is well, I know they're all human, but there's because they're in the early stages, that is actually a person crying. But I always thought the crying was actually a function of the infection to bring people in. I didn't think it was the actual human side crying. I thought it was a very clever ploy.
One of them. Wait. 3 of them. Wait. Like 11 of them. Which means death.
The stalkers, they do a lot of movement training, and they get a lot of like real-time feedback about like how they should move and what parts of their body they should move. And that's really cool to see.
The stalker sequence I love doing, just because, again, a lot of moving parts. The dance of it with the performers and the stunt team's kind of the exciting part.
Here we wanted to put the characters in a situation there was no way for them to get out. They've bitten off more than they could chew, and now this might be the end for them.
It's not a question.
They've bitten off more than they can chew. Did he purposely choose that phrase?
Of whether or not we survive. We won't. It's a question of, will one of us survive? And this is where we see the roles shift. Dina has been the one who's been taking care of Ellie, making sure that they do things smartly. But in this situation, Ellie, who is more violent and who is more effective in that way, and who can't be infected, torn apart but not infected, says, got it. Here's what's gonna happen. You're gonna hide, and I'm gonna die for you.
Go!
And as it turns out, there is somebody that emerges from the shadows.
God damn it, Tommy.
Who for a moment there, in her confusion and pain, looks a whole lot like Joel.
Joel 2.0. We could have Vanda 2.0 all over again. Can I just start referring to Tommy as Joel 2.0 for now on? That will really wind people up in the YouTube comments for sure. I already wind enough people up in there as it is. Look at reading through some of them. Here he comes, Joel 2.0.
It turns out it's Jesse.
Tommy. Oh, it was Jesse, it wasn't Tommy.
But he's also very relieved and happy that he got there right in the nick of time. But there's a lot of frustration involved in that because that whole thing could have been prevented.
Do I look like I want to fucking talk to you right now?
The embarrassment and the failure of I couldn't protect Dina like you did. There's a real tension between them. Jesse and Ellie had a really good like broship, and it just becomes complicated with Dina because he's kind of still in love with her. Ellie is aware of their past, but Dina's in love with Ellie and Ellie's in love with Dina. It's just like this weird triangle. They threaten each other's masculinity and each other's protector instinct.
You know what, we're doing pretty fucking good at
Up until what?
Till we weren't.
Yeah, it was all going well. Until it wasn't. God damn it, Tommy. Bargle.
The
God
Surfway
damn it,
Park
Ellie.
was filmed at Stanley Park. It's sort of a pinnacle of Vancouver. Part of the initial goal of the show was to find some really interesting spaces that had some texture, some scale. This idea of overgrowth in an urban setting.
They have
we were trying to find this lovely place where we could have someone's intestines falling out of their body from a sickle. That's the word. It's not a scythe, is it? A sickle.
these huge trees that are like wider than my arm's width, and it felt like a fairy tale environment. And then you have the Seraphites. They look terrifying.
They are kind of Ludditic, meaning they reject most of the trappings of technology, are kind of cult-like in a way.
What happens when the Seraphites run into the WLF and the Seraphites win? We got to see that on the TV station with all the bodies that have been hanged and disemboweled. And now we see what is that ritual like.
You know, when the wolf people, I didn't phrase that very well, said, oh, they've gone in the park, don't follow them in there. I'm guessing that's because of the Seraphites are in there. Why doesn't Wolf just go in and clear them out with their automatic rifles against a sickle? Whenever I see your name now, is it Michael or Mickle? I just see the word sickle. It's their territory. Yeah, but they're at war. They're at war, aren't they? Wipe them out. Who's about to throw up? Did anyone say anything about throwing up?
It's creepy when people celebrate violence, and that's exactly what we see the Seraphites doing.
How are you three?
What we're doing for our main characters is we're showing them, here's what's at stake if these people catch you now.
Oh, fuck! Nah, they would just go in and blow it up.
Dina gets shot with an arrow. They have to split up and go their separate ways. And Ellie...
Actually, is it like a national park, or is it like a park where you walk the dog?
Doesn't know what happened to them. She doesn't know if Dina is safe, and she sees this hospital, and the obsessive part of her brain turns on Nora. I gotta get to the hospital and get to her.
See, I couldn't figure that bit out. Even now when I'm watching it, that screen is just pretty much black to me. I can't see anything. Oh, it's a national park. Oh, I'm thinking of, you know, a park where you can run a lap. It's just a bit overgrown. I thought they could just stand at one end and just fire straight across. I forgot about national parks. That's what they mean.
Nora is the person that restrained Ellie and forced her to watch the incredibly painful and brutal beating that ultimately led to Joel's death. And so Ellie is focused on trying to find Nora.
You think that Nora is going to be scared, and you think that Nora is going to beg, or that Nora is going to manipulate, but Nora doesn't do any of that. In fact, Nora finds this other thing inside of her. Nora thinks that Joel absolutely deserved what he got, and Nora is not going to go down without a fight here. So there's pride, and there's moral certainty.
I really love Stephen Williams. He opens the floor in blocking. It's just like, go for it. It's not prescriptive in any way. It's very much like led by instinct. It's a dialogue, and we're like finding it together.
When Neil and I were laying out season one of the questions
what was that? Fedra. What's that a scene of? And yes, I am using this opportunity to have a pause. Eliana, did you see something similar in real life? You talking to me when I said, yeah, IED explosions, yeah. I went out on tour as a team medic, yeah. Literally patch people up. Oh, sport. Yeah, it looks like sports, doesn't it? I see it says these signs that say Fedra. I was just wondering what... Is this the location? I was just wondering what location it was. This little thing here. The part where you see the person. But I thought that was Wolf, not Fedra. That's why I was wondering why it's got Fedra written on it. Yeah, I thought it was a bit where you see the people in the walls. In B2, whatever it is. Yeah, okay, old Fedra soldiers, yeah. So these are the locations of them. Leon down here somewhere, leaning against.
Season one of the questions we had was how to
Oh,
deal with the idea of spores. That underground, in certain spots, there was a discovery that spores were in the air. They hadn't gotten out. Let's just seal that off and pretend like it's not there. Denial, it's our favorite.
It looked incredible, like absolutely unbelievable with all the colors and all the textures. The amount of detail, just insane.
What we're seeing are people that have been alive for years, decades.
Wow,
I'm
decades.
struggling to breathe. I said, Leon, were you bit? He said, it's in the air. Seal us in.
The character has to make a very difficult choice, which is to seal her own son in order to protect the community. And we come back to similar choices that characters have made on this show. Do I save the person that's closest to me, that I love the most, or do I make the ultimate sacrifice of my own child to save the community? And here we get to see someone who made the opposite choice that Joel would have made.
Yeah.
They exist in this endless, tortured state where they breathe air in and they breathe spores out. If anybody else were down there, they, like Nora, would be infected. But Ellie is not like anyone else.
She is discovering and acquainting herself with a dimension of her own character that probably has been latent, but that she has not allowed to come to the fore.
She just loses all sense of like logic and rationality and just has this single focus.
It's probably helpful here. I'm not sure if helpful is the correct word, but that she's by herself. There's no one else with her.
She remembers her face and remembers that day in the ski lodge with Joel, and I think she's overpowered by her emotion and her anger. And she knows that this is wrong, and she's still choosing to engage.
We see the willpower that Ellie has that is similar to very few characters in the story that would be capable of something like this. We've seen Joel torture people to find out where Ellie is in season 1. We've seen what Isaac is capable of. And now we're seeing what Ellie is capable of.
And she tells Ellie what we have wondered about. Do you know what Joel did?
Don't you know what he did?
And Ellie says,
I know.
Now, when did she learn about that? And if she knew, why is she pursuing this the way she is?
Why is this guy asking? Does he not know? HBO. Oh, I need my Stream Deck app so I can change back to me. My phone's locked. Stream Deck. Just me. Who was talking about the set design earlier? It's really cool, isn't it? That spore design just looks amazing. I think I commented on that in the reaction, actually. Yeah, just how beautiful. Deadly. Very, very beautiful. Yeah, right. You made the show. You tell us to. Like, when did she find out? Mate, why are you asking us? I wonder if the flashback will tell us. I always get served up whenever we watch one of these insides. You always get served up the next episode preview, and I never watch it. Like, I don't want to watch. I don't want a preview of the next episode. I want to wait for the next episode. Carol, what are you saying here? I think it's cool for you to watch the in-game cutscene from Nora. Have you just watched it yourself? I know sometimes people do that to see what's in it. The hard part is that the game make you do the torture. Do you mean now or later on? You want me to watch this? Yeah, I can see it. I can see it in the chat. No spoilers. Transition. So what we got here? The Last of Us Part 2, Ellie kills Nora. Let's just say thank you, Jealous Gamer, for your lending us your content for a couple of minutes for us to obviously critique and comment and review as part of fair use principles.
Hi, Nora. Oh, God. Oh, God.
Oh, look at Nora taking a swing. That didn't happen, did it? I wonder if that's the same pipe that Ellie's going to pick up and return the favour. Hi, Nora. Ellie's voice. Let me just listen to her voice again. Oh, God. Not gone far enough back. There we go. Look at her arm. Oh, let me see that again. Sorry. Is that the arm she just smacked her on? Yeah. Oh, right in the elbow. Look, it's all floppy.
Where's Abby?
You're breathing spores. You're her.
You're her. It's true.
You Firefly?
There are no fireflies anymore.
Does she not know about Wolf in this?
Where's Abby?
I'm fucking dead anyway. Why would I tell you anything?
Matt, what I remember, could you possibly send me a link to the podcast in the Last of Us chat on the Patreon, or I'm going to forget? If it's in the chat, I'll see it.
Because I can make it quick.
I'm fucking dead anyway. Why would I tell you anything?
If I can make it quick. Oh yeah, because you could be like for decades, couldn't you? In this like
I can make it quick.
semi-state. Oh yeah, I'd want to be taken out.
It's so much worse.
Think about what he did. How many people are dead because of him?
Last chance.
You know, it's a bit like Abby in some, as in Abby's
I'm not giving up, my friend.
I'm not giving up, my friend. Ooh. Oh, look at her! Look at this facial expression here. That's like a oh no, I'm gonna have to do it. Now it's building up to it. Yeah. Look at that face. Press square. There's almost a look of shock there. Disgust. Boom. Mumsy, if you don't press square at that moment, what happens? You can't keep playing. You just start. You just can't continue just on that screen forever. I always found games with set pieces like that a little bit boring. Press square now. It's like, oh, what's the only thing I have to do is press one button. And if I don't press it, nothing's going to happen. Yeah, yeah. That'd be brilliant if the camera just kept shifting between Ellie and Nora's face. Ellie going, "Oh," and then Nora, "Ah," and it just backwards and forwards. And over time, they get physically older until they just die of starvation. Right, let's have a look at this. Is there anything that needs updating on this? Let's have a look. Transition. Probably not much. This is still going on. You certainly found Nora. It's all the same. Dina's injured. I guess that's probably down on this list. That's probably the only difference in there. For those who weren't here in the last stream, we kindly had some emojis added from the chat, which I copy and pasted into the document. It's on these should all be on the other live streams. So all the live streams are up on Patreon. You'll just have to move to the end. In fact, it said on the thumbnail where we updated this last time. So we had the first one, which was just called Ellie's Formulation. And then the second update was the stream where the thumbnail on Patreon says what's in this stream. And the bottom bit's Ellie's Formulation update. You just have to fast forward till you see the Word document. So really the top ones are what we're looking at. The rest are kind of historical. So yeah, Revenge for Joel's Death, Finding Abby, still going on. The precipitating factor, so what started that? Abby killing Joel. Perpetuating factor, so why is she still going after Joel? Well, for kind of revenge and predisposing we don't need to touch because there hasn't been anything in the early years in the last few episodes. There probably won't be. I'm guessing the flashback next week isn't going to go back far enough in a way. Protective might have changed. So she's got Jesse is now with her, but although I don't know for how long. But right now she's got Jesse back, but she's also by herself. So maybe that's an issue, isn't it? So maybe presenting as currently she's by herself, although I'm guessing she's going to go to the theatre and meet up with Jesse and Dina. Joel, yeah, the Joel in one. So I don't think there's really much to add to this. In real life, you update the formulations during the course of therapy. Yeah, we would do. Yeah, yeah. As we get more information, we would do, and especially as new presenting problems arise, because what would happen in the course of therapy, it wouldn't look like this. We wouldn't write it out like this in therapy. It would be. I showed it in the last stream. If you check out the last stream, I showed an actual diagram of how we'd map it out, and that's what we would more likely do with the client. We would do this more with a network of people working with someone. So you'd have sat in this, you'd have me, you'd have people from school, you'd have social workers, any youth workers, parents sometimes, carers, foster parents, people who work at residential placements if the child's living there. Because what would happen is we'd build up all of these factors, and then when a new presenting problem presented itself, we'd have a history of why that is now become a problem. We'd have a good snapshot. Because what you could do, let's say suddenly there's a presenting problem that Ellie, I don't know, let's turn around and she says to someone, I don't trust men, for instance. I know it's a really shit example, but I don't trust men. Well, using this, you could go back and go, look, David, sexual assault, attempted murder, try to eat her, grooming. Say, okay, so there's a hint there of why she might not trust men. So you can always come back to these things and have a look quite quickly at what's happened in someone's life. Let's change that to 5. I mean, obviously it gets difficult with TV shows. I'm actually surprised. Yeah, it's interesting. That's what my mind threw up as a very quick example, isn't it? Like, I'm surprised there's not more of that kind of thing happening in Jackson. I know it probably wouldn't be tolerated, but with a growing population, you're sure to get some incidents of this kind of thing. Should probably kill Nora, but the torture part is a very big one. Yeah. And in that game episode, it looks like she kills Nora, but Nora hasn't given up where Abby is. So I'm wondering if that's also what's going to happen in the TV program. And if that's so, then Ellie doesn't really have much of a lead currently. I'm guessing she's going to go straight back to the theatre anyway. Like my thoughts on about it being a TV show. Yeah, I've got I haven't watched Georgia Dow's latest one yet. I'm going to pick up on that later on in the week. Hopefully Dina will catch something on the radio. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. She's gonna have to monitor. I mean, it depends if Dina's in any state to be doing that. We don't know her condition in terms of blood loss, her levels of consciousness, how much medical attention she needs. So she might not be able to yet. We don't know. I'm guessing the range of those radios isn't going to reach back to Jackson. So I don't know. I'm guessing this is probably what we're going to have season 3 for. Yeah, I mean, unless one of the wolf people go, oh, hey, Abby, what are you doing over there by that church? No, there's not going to be much, is there? I don't think. Well, I think though that thing about them not worrying about other groups were more specifically the scars, weren't they? Because they don't use tech. They'd probably be a little bit more hesitant if there were other more technologically advanced groups out there. They stained the name of the wolf. They have, haven't they? What do you think the next episode will be about, flashback wise? I don't know. So there's the ending, wasn't it, of Joel coming into a bedroom where Ellie looked like she was just waking up. I'm guessing that's somewhere in Jackson. I'm wondering if there's going to be a bit where Joel tells her what happened with the Fireflies, and that's how she knows, or whether she knows because she's just figured it out herself. I don't know. Is it going to be a nice episode? A nice flashback episode? Like sad in the sense that you know what's coming up later on, so it's sad in that way. But is something going to happen in that episode? I don't know. No. Oh yeah, we've got Eugene, haven't we? We've got Eugene, so Eugene must be flashback. Oh, okay, yeah, that's a good point. I hadn't thought of that. So yeah, we'll probably find out it's the how you did it. The how you did it thing. Yeah, forgot about that. That would be cool. And yeah, that's a good point as well. We'll find out what's broken Eddie's connection to Joel, because he was going into that room and she looked quite pleased to see him. There didn't seem to be any tension there, and obviously that breaks down at some point. So yeah, that's where HBO is going to screw us over. Yeah, interesting. So there's a few interesting things that are going to come up. I think that'll be quite a good episode. It's going to be a very relational episode, isn't it? And an episode about their interpersonal processes. I think that's why it's going to be sad. HBO's all right. Yeah. Don't really care much for that. I just care about the individual programs, I think. What did we think about the flashback at the end of episode 5? That's an interesting question. I think, I mean, it's purposely put there. I mean, we don't really get much in other episodes, do we, of the teasers. So it's been purposely put in there to show the smiley, waking up in a nice bed Ellie with Joel, contrasting, like you say, with, you know, Ellie in the hospital with the lead pipe. Maybe they just don't want viewers going away with that as their last thoughts about Ellie in their mind for a week. I wanted to contrast that a bit. Yeah, I don't mind seeing brutality. I mean, it's a TV show. Yeah, well, Got might come up in the poll for the next show. So we'll see. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the next episode. Do you know what? I haven't worked out the dates yet, but I might have. If Breaking Bad has come up in the comments under my post, then that will go in the poll. I need to go through. There's 60 odd comments. I need to go and have a look at. So what? So episode 6 drops on the 19th. Episode 7 drops on the 26th. Do you want the good news or the bad news? The good news is I'll probably be on a sun lounger drinking beer and cocktails. The bad news is that I won't be watching it on Monday. Yeah, I'm going to be away. I'm away for 4 days. I'm away Monday. Well, actually, yeah, I'm away a bit longer, but I'm away, not back till Friday. Next week's okay. It's the week after. Last episode week. On the plus side, I won't get any spoilers because I won't be looking. I have internet, but I don't think there'll be any way. For me to do anything. Don't judge the water lately. It's amazing. Oh, don't judge the weather. That's what you mean. Yeah, I just worked it out. Don't judge the weather. Yeah, been good, isn't it? Been really good today. That's what I've got. I've got like a t-shirt line. Right, I feel like I'm dragging this out. So let's think about ending this because we can all go and do what we need to do. I'm gonna have a bit of an early one. Oh, I'm all tiny, aren't I? I haven't transitioned properly. There we go. It's because I'm in studio mode. I had previewed the transition, but I hadn't transitioned. Yeah, look, that's why I'm a bit red, and I've got look how white my shoulder is compared to my neck. Yeah, it's been really hot here. Yeah, I mean, I know holidays are for holidaying, and you guys can be patient, but I want to see it. I'll be sitting there on Monday going, "Oh, it's out, it's out," and I won't have because I won't have my laptop. I won't have access to even watch it. Right, it's 9:30. Let's leave it there because I'm just rambling. What have you got coming up? You got 2 Death Notes coming up tomorrow. And then 2 more the next day as well. So you got 4 episodes. I can not churn through them. That sounds like it's some laborious task. It's not a laborious task at all, but I can start getting through them quite quick. I'll try to get some content pre-recorded for the week I'm not here, and I'll schedule it to go up. There might be more Georgia Dow type base reactions, maybe Truth Doctor, that kind of thing. Some Death Notes. I'll do some Death Notes in advance. Georgia Dow, yeah. Watch some of her arcane reactions, probably. I like her. I like her stuff. I'm toying with the idea of doing a reaction to what's going on with Kanye West's new song, because Nox's Hills video is blowing up. Absolutely blowing up. And I can't find the original Kanye video anywhere, but I have screen recorded Nox Hill's reaction to it. So I could do my reaction to Nox Hill's reaction, which is probably safer actually than doing the actual Kanye reaction. But I'm not sure yet. Yeah, the problem is it gives... Sleep Token's got a new album, haven't they? I saw it come out. I'm going to do that as an album reaction. It's on my list. It's on my list for albums to do. I get where you're coming from, Michael, or Mikkel. That is it just spreading his message by reacting to it. But at the same time, I don't like the power that social media platforms have to cancel content. And I think that's where the discussion is. Not so much about what Kanye is saying. The discussion is more around what should or shouldn't be allowed, what should be censored effectively. It's something that I'm quite interested in. Kanye West, who's now called Dollar something. But interestingly, by all the social media outlets trying to ban it, it's become a bit of a Barbra Streisand effect. Because everyone's just looking for it now. And Nox's video has done 250,000 views today. It's like, how far is too far? Why are people deciding what I can see and what I can't see? And where do you draw the line? Who's making that decision? Like I put YouTube videos up about suicide. They get blocked. Can't talk about it. Who's made that decision? Now, where's the line? Exactly. You know, what's the limit? Someone out there is deciding what you can and can't see. I don't like the sound of that. It's like, yeah, but like that's the point, isn't it? You've got the choice. You don't want to listen to it. Fine, that's your choice. Yeah. But I don't like the fact that it's being censored. I can't say suicide because for some reason, whoever runs the algorithm at YouTube think that by talking about suicide, you're going to make people more likely to commit suicide, which is an interesting stance to take because there's no evidence that suggests that. The evidence base actually says that by talking about suicide, at worst, it has a neutral impact. At best, it gets the conversation going and helps people. So I don't know why we're not talking about it. Bear in mind, on my therapy channel, where I'm a YouTube verified healthcare professional, I've had to sign a document that says I will only talk about what the World Health Organization says is okay. So I'm not allowed to discuss anything that the World Health Organization doesn't agree with. And I've had to sign to say that. Yeah, it's about ads. That's exactly what it is. It's about ads. If you can't run ads on it, YouTube aren't interested. I mean, my first Death Note reaction got restricted. It got restricted for, what was the community guideline? Controversial issues. They said you can't run ads on it. So it gets restricted. They don't want to push it. Yeah, I know it's an alternative word for suicide, but my point is we shouldn't be changing words, especially words that are used in a healthcare setting. Yeah. Right, let's leave it there. I'm going to get a drink. A bit parched. Yeah, it's always money first with those guys. Right, let's leave it there. So tomorrow you've got 2 Death Notes coming up. Day after, 2 Death Notes coming up. That will put us a third of the way through. I'm not going to have a beer. And let's leave it there. So we will catch up in the chat tomorrow. See you later, alligators. I need to stop the stream manually on YouTube because I am multi-streaming, and then I shall stop it on Twitch. So have a good evening. See you later. Okay, good night, wolves.